Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Houlihan, and I'm here to talk about spring break. We've all been affected by COVID-19 in one way or another, especially during this school year. One challenge students face is mental burnout, which Help Guide describes as a state of emotional, physical, or mental exhaustion caused by excessive or prolonged stress. A good relatable example of this is the transition of spring break into reading days here at Nazareth. The impact of not having a spring break can be a cause for concern on students' mental health. Spring breaks have numerous positive benefits for students, and I believe that we should still be allowed a spring break even during a pandemic. According to Alina Health, having a spring break improves mental health for college students because it gives them a nice break from the rigorous courses they take. Although we are in a pandemic, there are still plenty of ways for students to benefit from a spring break, even if they cannot travel to a warm beach to lay on for a week. If students were not allowed to travel, the school could set up events throughout the week that students could attend to allow them to relax and have some fun on campus. Just having a break from classes for a week will give students a nice break so they can mentally reset for the rest of the school year. Another benefit of having a spring break is that students will have the opportunity to catch up on their sleep. A study conducted by Brown University of Medicine with high school students showed that the students get an average of 7.5 hours of sleep per night when they should be getting around 9 hours of sleep. This is With this lack of sleep, it makes it difficult for students to wake up consistently every morning and leads to declined academic performance. Personally, I can feel this effect. I find myself slipping in the consistency of my schoolwork. While I believe that I am doing well in school, I think my performance is slowly decreasing because of the amount of work we have on a weekly basis, along with not having a sufficient break like spring break. Lack of sleep on top of a large amount of schoolwork can also lead to mental burnout, as I mentioned before. I think we have all been there where you want to do your very best and try your hardest, but for some reason we just can't put it all together to give our best effort. This is why spring break is essential to have during a school year because it offers a solid rest for students. I find that when I take a break from my consistent work for a week or so, I become more motivated towards the end of the break to be back on track and come back to school with a positive attitude. Coming back refreshed helps maintain my performance, if not improving it. I believe that professors will also like this because they can catch up on any grading that they need to do as well. But don't just take my word for it. According to Alina Health, again, neuroscientists have found that brain structure is altered by chronic exposure to the stress hormone cortisol, which can be a major contributing factor to anxiety and depression. While feelings of calm arise from time away from work and relieve stress. The best part of spring break, whether we know it or not, is the mental reset we get from breaking away from our routine for a little bit and just relaxing. We can allow students to get that break they desperately need while still staying safe during the pandemic we are all living in through. Uh, if the school is willing to cooperate and trust the science behind the benefits of a week-long break, they could make this spring break just as memorable as the years past while staying on campus. This will also help students catch up with their sleep, which is one of the most important and underappreciated pieces in our lives that helps improve academic performance. Alina Health stated that vacations allow for decreased burnout, which allows people to be more creative and productive. Thank you for listening, and I hope you agree with that we should be able to have a spring break.